this adventure with Lukimyu, we provisioned to leave Australia. Dave comes to join the passage. We finally get our Australian ships register. Denise cooks up a storm, and we leave the Australian mainland. Today is the day before we leave mainland Australia. So we've got provisioning to do, and we need to check out with customs this afternoon. Our friend Dave's turning up to join us on the passage to Lord Howe Island, and we thought we'd walk up Muttonbird Island.
Berg.
So, early start to the day.
Special purchase today, very excited. We've got inflatable solar lights in both clear or opaque and really tacky colours, but the tacky colour ones look really good. Inflate solar panels, whack them in the sun, 7 hours time, fully charged. These are my Lucy lights at night, and look, they're beautiful. And this one, it's like a disco, changes colour, it's really cool. And these guys, flash too. Love them.
The marina's resident dolphin decided to pay us a visit.
Time to go shopping for 2 weeks of groceries. Cracking myself up my own joke. You ready? Provisioning for 2 weeks for 4 people. And a whole other trolley to come. That's the kitchen cupboard, which doesn't normally have food in it, but it will this week. And that's the pantry, which is going to be absolutely chock-a-block full of food in a minute. And it all fits. So we've got chips and snack food and baking stuff. And then this is really like all your pantry stuff. Most of that's in there. And then I think I've really outdone myself on that top shelf. That is spectacular. That is our crisper with all our fresh fruit and veg. Drinks on the bottom shelf. And then over here we've got potatoes, onions, tomatoes that I'm hoping are going to last outside the fridge. Avos that need to ripe, more fruit, cocktails. And we haven't done the butcher stuff yet, but I'm hoping that if we go to an actual butcher and not a supermarket, that will be able to cryovac stuff, or at least just get it into bags so it fits in there better. I'm pretty sure I can get 2 weeks of meat in there. We shall see.
Time to pick up Dave from the train.
2 minutes late tonight.
I know, what can I say?
Good. Hi, Jamie.
Put the board down.
How are you? Train ride was good. Devonshire tea, highlight.
And who are your friends?
What friends?
Gertrude and Mildred?
Oh yeah, there was a couple old people. All they talked about was knitting and incontinence. I had to move away.
But you said one was younger. She was what, 87?
87. I didn't relate to the knitting.
You scratch the fish's head on there.
Oh, let's see what's this.
So let's just double check this, because if that document's not there, you're not getting on board.
As long as I got my passport. Where's it was my kids? No, it's a bald guy.
All right,
That's
good. First one.
Hold on a minute. You're a little bit keen.
Thank you, you're now allowed on
Excellent.
board.
Hey, come on board, Boily. Finally made it.
Provisioning for 3 meals, 3 dinners while we're away. We're having spaghetti bolognese, chicken laksa, and this is going to be some sort of meatball dish with vegetables and spaghetti. Dad, 313, Dave. To Lord Howe Island. And whack a waypoint in.
We're leaving Coffs Harbour.
Where are we going to, mate?
Mainland Australia, more importantly.
Where are we heading right now?
Another part of Australia. Just need to head out of the marina. 3 days or so ahead of us, and very little wind. I think you got about 4 or 5 knots of wind, so we might be steaming for a while.
This is Dave in his happy place. What are you allowed to catch, Dave?
Small fish today. Rod's a thin gnaw, roller tip. We've got a Shimano Pyranus 50 wide with 80-pound mono with a big Pacola lure. So we're going over the continental shelf, so we're going to try and catch a big fish. Sailing for 8 hours. We've done 35 nautical miles, but the figure I'm looking at is there's still 275 left. So we've still got a little while longer.
And the conditions are absolutely beautiful. Our first night at sea, and as the moon comes up, the sun sets.
Filling in the ship's log for today, the 31st of March. So, date, time, distance travelled, sea state, weather, people on board, engine hours, that sort of stuff.
We are approximately somewhere between a third and halfway to Lord Howe Island, and the sea state's been pretty calm. Winds have been pretty low, so we've only been doing about 5 knots generally speaking. However, some of our crew members, being Denise, did manage to fall over first thing this morning. Yeah, and fell down some stairs and really hurt her elbow. Luckily, we don't think it's broken, but it took her out of action for a while. Otherwise, it's been pretty uneventful so far, pretty comfortable.
Did you fix the autopilot in the middle?
Yes, I did. Did forget that. So the autopilot was swinging wildly from port to starboard by about 15 degrees rudder angle, which it shouldn't do. So around 1 AM, we looked at a few different things, but sussed out we thought that it really just needed to have a bit of a reboot. So we turned off all the instruments and just steered manually by the stars for about 10 minutes while we powered it back up. And that was sufficient. And then it was back to doing, like it is now, those sort of little movements. Dave's not been catching much actually. Almost caught a bird, almost caught a fish.
No fish, only a bird. Almost got it. We were going to keep it and cook it.
How comfortable's it been so far, Dave?
Hasn't been bad at all, Jamie. Yeah, it's been pretty good.
155 nautical miles to go. Well, it's 4:30 in the morning and I've just crossed halfway. We're doing somewhere between 2.5 and 5. We've just run into about a 2.5 knot current, hence closer to 2.5 knots. And the reason I'm wearing my foul weather gear is that it's been raining on and off tonight. So I got pretty wet earlier. It's about 4,850 metres deep here in this part of the Tasman Sea, which is part of the Pacific Ocean. Morning. I'm just checking our navigation, where we're located compared to where our forecast model from a wind perspective is. We're on track.
Mid-passage baking, and they were yum. 99.99! Look! Nearly there. One day to go. offshore weather routing to see what our weather's going to look like for the next 12 or so hours until we get to Lord Howe Island. How's that going, baby? Refreshing?
It's beautiful and warm.
This is what you get when you get a boy on board without his wife. Sleeps with his surfboard and his fishing gear. Got about 59 nautical miles to go. Beautiful night. We're doing 5 knots. It's just picked up again. We were doing 3 when I took over from Jamie. But now 5. Really excited. We'll be there in less than 12 hours. Pretty cool.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday the 2nd of April on the Easter long weekend, and after 3 days of continuous sailing I can just make out Lord Howe Island in the distance. So land ahoy. But we're coming in pretty quickly, about 7 knots. We're still at about 3,500 metres of water depth. But all in all, it's a pretty spectacular morning. Moon's still up, sun rising in the distance.
Take a breath, and open up your eyes. It's a brand new day, brand new day. Watch the sunrise.
Decades of dreaming of us going sailing. Years of planning and talking about it and working towards it. And then really in the last 3 months, having a lot of fun, but doing a lot of hard work to make sure that we were ready and the boat was ready. All culminated in us actually leaving Australia, checking out of customs 3 days ago. And it is a enormous sense of achievement that we have, not finished our goal, which is to sail around the world, but we've certainly started, and that feels really good. And now we are 9.99 nautical miles away to go.
Lukimyu, this is Lord Howe Police. For your information, as you commence your turn to starboard, you should be able to identify 3 vacant moorings off to your starboard side, and then a single yellow mooring south of Dawson's Point. I want you to make your way to the single yellow mooring south of Dawson's Point. That is your allocated mooring.
On the next adventure with Lukimyu, we explore Lord Howe Island. Tiffany flies in, only to put her finger in a blender.
Inside you'll find you got what it takes. Yeah, I can tell.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share it with your friends.
Here's your chance.